Oh man, just under 12k in and just felt a twinge in the Achilles, so I pulled up stumps straight away and I'm just walking the last few k home. Disappointing, but obviously the Achilles is not quite right yet, so I'm just going to have to take things a little bit easy for just going to have to take things easy just for a little bit longer yet and try and nurse my way through this Achilles niggle that I've got at the moment. I want to be as positive as possible in this video. I don't want to come across as a negative Nelly. It's over. The sub 3 hour marathon, the Breaking 3 project, I'm calling it. The Achilles is just nowhere near where I want it to be. It's still not 100%, and if I push on any further into this marathon program, then I'm going to risk doing further damage to the Achilles, and I just don't want to do that because I'm about the big picture. I've got goals that I still want to achieve. I've got events that I still want to take part in, and having a narrow tunnel vision for just one marathon is not the way to go, especially at my age, 55. I think I just need to take a step back, refocus my future running journey and see where that takes me. There is still 6 weeks until the Melbourne Marathon. Look, there probably is enough time, but I just think the way the Achilles is feeling at the moment, it's just, I still probably am a good couple of weeks away before I can even get back to some optimal marathon training. So I think it's best now to call it, move on. And why have I made this decision? Well, today's run, I felt a niggle in the Achilles again, just short of 12 kilometers. This time, stopped straight away, didn't go on any further. It's the right thing to do. I just have to take a step back and just make sure that I get this Achilles right. I'm frustrated, but strangely enough, I'm not devastated. Yeah, I'm disappointed to have to pull the pin on the marathon, but I'm so grateful to be able to run when so many other people are just not able to. And I love running, I love this sport, I love everything that there is about this sport. I'm in it for the long haul, and I really want to limit any downtime that I have now so that I can enjoy my running a long time into the future. This is just a bit of a wake-up call. My body is just telling me, hey, listen, it's just not up to doing this marathon program at this point in time. Doesn't mean that further down the track that I may not revisit another sub 3 hour marathon project, but I'm cutting the Breaking 3 project here. I think that I've got to get my body right. I've got to get this Achilles right. Otherwise it's going to affect me long term. And for anyone who has had Achilles problems, unfortunately, this is my first introduction to an Achilles niggle. But from what I've been told from people who have suffered from Achilles problems, they are really temperamental and they can flare up at any time. So I just got to make sure that I get it right so that I can continue on with my running journey. And it comes after having a good week coming back from that Achilles niggle as well. You would have seen in the last video that I had a good test run back, and the week had been really good up until today's run. I'd come back, I'd been running at a nice comfortable pace. I'd been slowly increasing the distances each day, but I think what happened at yesterday's park run at Menippi, I think I might have just pushed the envelope a little bit too far. I did increase the pace over the last couple of kilometers of the park run, and I think that might have been just enough to flare the Achilles to have that little bit of a niggle return in today's run. Now, having said that, after that park run on Saturday, no issues whatsoever. The Achilles felt fine. Even in today's run for the first 45 to 50 minutes, it felt fine, no issues at all. But then just felt that little twinge in the Achilles, and I thought, nah, let's just call it right now. And I walked home for the last 3 or 4 kilometers. Now I'm filming this a few hours after this morning's run, and I can already start to feel the Achilles just starting to get a little bit tight. So I think I've made the right decision by abandoning the Breaking 3 project. I'm just going to take a couple of days now where I do nothing. I'm just going to let the body rest, take a bit of a breather. Then I'll start slowly working back in the exercises, working back in the stretching, and I'll continue to run because I think that I can still run just those very, very short distances. It might only be 10 or 15 minutes, just keeping them short enough so not to aggravate the Achilles too much. I just feel that you've got to keep moving. You've got to keep stretching out that Achilles to make sure that it doesn't get shorter and shorter and cause more problems into the future. So shorter distances, dropping the pace. Here's the big thing. I'm going to go back to running to my MAF heart rate. Yes, I know I haven't been doing it for quite a while. If you've been watching the channel for some time, you know that I did a MAF training block earlier in the year, an 80-20 training block, and then into this marathon training block. And I have been using MAF on and off for the last probably 3 years now. Really has served me well, and I just need to go back to it. I need to start listening to this, my body, and looking after myself, because as I said, it's that big picture, the big picture that I need to focus on, and MAF is going to play a huge part in that future, especially now trying to rehab this Achilles problem. Back to the MAF, time to get the chest strap out. That's right, my chest strap was causing me some problems, wasn't it? If you remember, some time ago I was talking about the Garmin chest strap and how it was, these little pads on the inside were lifting off, and they were causing me some rubbing sort of in this area here, and I stopped wearing it probably about 2 months ago. I've been in touch with Garmin, and I've told them about the issues that I've been having with this strap, which was less than 12 months old. And the good news is that they're going to replace the strap. They don't make the HRM Run straps anymore. I can't actually remember what strap they are going to replace it with, but I'll put it here on screen. They haven't got any in stock, but early September they are expecting some more in. Looking forward to receiving that, but in the meantime I'm going to have to put up with this. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be back to MAF running, most definitely in the short term. I did mention about some goals and some races that I would like to look at in the future. That's for another video, guys. Yes, it's another setback. I've had quite a few over the last 3-4 years, well actually over 4 years now, since I ran that last sub 3-hour marathon there at Melbourne in 2017. And just on the Melbourne Marathon, I did say it's only 6 weeks away. Well, I got an email this week from the organisers of the marathon that they're looking at postponing the event until early December because of the problems that they're having in Victoria with the COVID situation, and they're already making plans to maybe move the marathon to December. I guess if you read between the lines, it's probably pretty much a done deal that the marathon won't go ahead on October 10. What does that mean for me? It depends when they make the decision. Like if they were to make the decision early in September, maybe there is still an opportunity that I could have a crack at the sub 3 in December. The only problem being Melbourne in December, very hit or miss with the weather. It is the first month of summer. Could strike a very hot day even early in summer, and well, we all know what it's like running in hot conditions. It can get pretty tough. Now, I did also say about the backup marathon at the Sunshine Coast Marathon on October 10. Not even going to entertain that idea now with this Achilles. I got to get the Achilles right. I think I've covered everything where I'm at. Yeah, I have. Look, I'm staying really positive. I know this is a setback, but I'll bounce back. I've bounced back from the setbacks I've had over the past 4 years with the knees and the broken ankle and the broken toe, and now this Achilles. I'll bounce back. I love running. I love the sport. So I'm around for a long time, and you're going to have to put up with me for a little bit longer, guys. All right, if you've made it all the way through this video, hopefully I was positive enough with the disappointing news. Hope your running is going really well. Don't forget, if you did like this video, hit that thumbs up button, because that really does help the channel to spread it out to potential new viewers. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. Would really appreciate it. All right, until next time, guys, stay safe, happy running, and I'll see you then. Hooroo.